I'm going to show you how to take these grocery store flowers and transform them into a beautiful arrangement. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome to O for Fun Flowers. I'm so excited to show you what we're going to do today. We've all seen the grocery store flowers, right? They look like this, but today I want to show you how to make this and make it into something that's beautiful where all the blooms are blossoming and you can see them for what they really are. First step is to grab your vase and tape it out. So this tape that I'm using is a waterproof tape made for floral design. You can get this online or at your local craft store. What I'm doing is just taking one strip across the top of the vase. This is going to provide a grid for my flowers. And I picked a low vase so that once the flowers are in the arrangement and you put it on a table, the arrangement and the flowers aren't going to be in your viewpoint. They're going to be below so that you can actually have a conversation with the person across the table from you, which is always nice. The next step is to deassemble this and grab the flowers out. So I'm going to start adding in the flowers that are kind of the behind the scene flowers, I would say. These are kind of the filler flowers. Normally I would add in greenery for starters, but this bundle didn't have any greenery. So I'm going to start with this. And this first step is really going to help create this shape of my arrangement. I'm going for an asymmetrical shape, something that's just really natural and gardening. I'm adding in these little mini daisies here just to kind of create this shape. So I've got some taller pieces on this angle, some shorter pieces on this side. I'm also using a Lazy Susan, which is fantastic for arranging because you can easily just turn your arrangement around. It makes it a lot easier to see what you're doing. So I'm adding in these kind of behind the scene flowers. The Alstroemeria here I'm going to put in kind of in this back corner, kind of fill that back left side there. The Alstroemeria is nice because it's a great filler, but it has some really nice color. It's just a really beautiful flower accent piece. Step 3 is to add in our focal flowers. So your focal flowers are what I would describe as like lilies, roses, just those big show-stopping flowers. The lilies, I'm taking out the pollen because the pollen, once it starts to powder, it actually will ruin the petals and it'll ruin some of your clothes if you get it on your clothing. So you want to make sure to get those off right away. You don't want those in an arrangement. Cut this down short. I'm going to put the focal flowers right in the center there. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, these are kind of my showstoppers. I got the lilies in. Now I'm going to add in some roses. What I like to do with roses is take off all the guard petals, which are considered some of these outer petals that may have bruises or markings. We just want to get those off. And then also what I like to do is just kind of take my finger gently around the petals and kind of help them open up a little bit. Just kind of creates a prettier bloom versus one that's, really tight. So I like to help open them. Get a nice cut and putting it on the other side of the lily. So these will kind of be those main flowers that you see right away. I'm going to do another rose right next to that first rose. I'm adding in this last rose. In this bunch, it was too light pink. This one's kind of more of a hot pink rose. So I'm going to put that one actually in the back. I like it, but it's pretty strong, so I think kind of behind the scenes will be a really nice placement for that one. These are called spray roses, and they have quite a few guard petals on them that are blemished and marked up, so we want to make sure to get those off. So they look their very best for our arrangement. I also like to fluff these out a little bit, just really helps them look really nice. So with this specific spray rose stem, I've got one really long stem here. I'm actually gonna cut those off and separate them. This gives me a little bit more flexibility on placement. So we can do one on one side, two on the other. So I have some more options. That's pretty. Now I've got my focal flowers in. Now the last step here, step 4, is to add in these delicate, more airy type blooms. I'm going to put these in. These are really beautiful campanulas. I'm dividing the stem up a little bit because it's really long. So we're going to take some of those off and pull this end back. Just to create some light airiness. Then I can use this stem that I cut off from this one to also add in the back. Love how it's just really whimsical and gardening, really fresh. So some of these blooms here are actually blemished already. I just picked up this grocery store bundle today, which unfortunately is sad because we just got it today, so I want it to be blemished, right? So this last stem with the campanulas, I'm going to put on this other front left side. Now I'm going to take these last fillers and fill in any holes or any gaps where I can, cover up that tape, cover up those mechanics. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these little mini daisies here, put these in the middle. I've got one stem of Hypericum berries. Since there's just one stem of these, I want to put them in a focal spot. So I'm actually going to put them near the front, so they just kind of pop a little bit with those lilies. And then I've got just these little fillers here that are going to be my accent pieces. So these are the last step, actually. This will be a really nice addition just to create some more texture. And the kind of hot pink color will really make this arrangement pop. So I'm adding in this filler just here and there throughout the arrangement, wherever there's little gaps or where I want to add some texture. I don't think I'm going to actually even use all of this. There's quite a lot, especially with these bundles that you get from the grocery store. You may not use everything, or you may use everything if you really love it, if it fits in your face. The thing you want to be really careful of is avoiding antlers. So with this style arrangement, I really want to create this, asymmetrical shape. So I want my flowers to point up and down instead of side by side bunny ears or antlers. You don't really want that. Unless you're going for an antler theme, of course, then go for the antlers. So here we are, we've got almost all of our flower stems in this vase actually. I'm finding spots for most everything. I am just adding a little bit more of that status. It's actually dyed. They must have dyed it in the farm, so my fingers are pink. If you're ever working with grocery store flowers, maybe it's a good idea to wear gloves. One more stem here just to create a little bit more texture and dimension. There we go. We'll give it a nice roll here. Looks pretty good from all directions, and that's the goal. You want it to be nice from every angle point, especially if you're going to be putting this on a dining table. So there we have it. This beautiful arrangement was $15 from the local grocery store. And awesome, right? Guys, you can do this. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, or if there's anything specific that you want to see in the future, let us know in the comments. We're here for you, and we're here to educate, and we're here to have a lot of fun. So thanks for stopping by O for Fun Flowers. Have an awesome day.